way you use it in your country, but I hope that my colleagues will be able to deliver this message in the best way possible. We're going to talk about money. During one of the interviews, Harry asked me, star 10, by the way, he asked me which language we would like to speak. The money is the international language, so everybody understands. And Finiko company, which is Finiko.com, which I represent, is like a combination of legal and natural persons working together to increase their money. Our business is about the following. This is about every person. This business about every person. When I got asked about what Finiko is about, this is not about Finiko. This is about you personally and how Finiko can help you personally. This is very important to understand. And each partner that we work with, or leaders, or MLM entrepreneurs working with me, I always ask them, first of all, you need to understand that why do you need money? And the second, what are you going to create with the money, with the help of the money? What do you want in your life? What do you want for your relatives, for your friends? So this is your perception of the world, and the Finiko will provide you anything you need. So when we have people with these mindsets, you get you create incredible energy of people. And in this case, the money is not really important. Money becomes an equivalent of energy. So it's just what a person can transform into. I would like to share the story. We will try. All of our conferences are based on facts, and we don't really like to say things like we are doing fine and everything is great. We are open to a critical approach. We like when people have doubts, when people have questions, when they make decisions based on the facts, whether to become our partner or not. So today, I'm going to deliver a speech telling you how we started, what is our background, and another speaker will deliver a speech telling you how money is created. So we will really take you through all the steps of making money. One person is responsible for crypto activities in our company, and we will talk about our own token, our cryptocurrency, and how it, within the last 3 days, kicked off with 3.5% each day of income. And then we will try to answer your questions that you have. We want to have it. We want to have a live negotiation. Of course, it is online, but we have this translation going on. How questions should be asked? Okay, how is done in Russia when we do? If we do it offline in Russia, people just ask questions after the speech. Now you just have to basically ask the questions, your questions, type them down, text them on our platform, and then we will read them and answer them. Edward is responsible for stock markets and trades, classical trades. Marat will cover cryptocurrency, and Zygmunt will tell you how it is all working together. within the electronic platform. Okay, let's get going.
Well, let's talk about money now. Let's look at this as like the key source of our livelihood. And I've been interested in this for a long time. The funny part about this is that we're very automatic. It's like have this set of automatic functions. We brush our teeth every day. We take a shower every day. We do some things without noticing ourselves doing them. Some things we do without noticing, and then we become conscious of them, knowing that we do them. A lot of people get to a stage in their lives where they realize they're not satisfied with the amount of money they make. They may want a new car, or they may want to go somewhere, go places, but they can't because they are tied to their work. It's all different. It varies from person to person. In some families, they have kids who really want something new, some new toy, and you can't give them that toy, so you buy a cheaper toy or a cheaper thing. And I remember I was at this point in life when I was kind of growing and developing, and I started to wrap my head around high standards of consumptions. I wanted to buy the best of things. If it was a pullover, it had to have the best fabric with the right design because they last longer. I wanted rare kickers, exquisite shoes, and I wanted to go to some exquisite and exotic places. And I didn't like the idea of counting all the time because the kick I get out of not having to count my money all the time and still being able to spend it on the things I want led me to some thinking, development, and transformation workshops and trainings which told me to basically look at my credit and my debit, the money I spent and the money I make. And it turned out that all those people who took those courses don't really know how to do it. I mean, they can do the math, but they can't apply this math to the money they have. And then I started some other things in different languages, which all came down to some, mechanism of counting your money. And the second thing they boiled down to, and it was abstract, esoteric things, where you had to embrace money, visualize, imagine money with some balls of energy coming through your body. But those were workshops which are there, the way I believe, to line the pockets of their creators with money. And there are not so many workshops or trainings which can tell you step by step how to really make money. And when you start thinking about deep in the back of your mind, how are you going to make money in 10 years, in 20 years, let alone in 1 year or in 2 years? I mean, your family. How are you going to provide for it? If you're a man, if you're a woman, you have to maybe you have to understand how to provide for your kid, for your children. How am I going to secure that flow of money? And all these automatic sets, as I call them, sometimes preclude us from thinking that our life could be different. And I think in all of our lives, we should kind of take a breath, stop and take a breath, like in slow-mo, the kind of you see in cartoons, to see the way you are living your life right now, and sometimes you may be completely, madly dissatisfied with your current life status, and you have to understand why some folks have more money and some folks have less cash, and how their thinking differs. So this is when I kind of came up with the principles I still abide by, I still adhere to, that I kind of try to pass on onto the people I keep company with, and they make up the ideology of our company. Now we're going to talk ideology here. And the first principle here, no guarantees. No guarantees. Back in 2017 or 2016, I think, those thoughts were starting to find their way into my head, but they were not shaped well. So no guarantees. How did I get there? See, things are changing rapidly now. There's this thing as can you call singularity? This Google technologist kind of gives lectures about this. What is technical singularity? You know, the process of a new device emerging in the line of development shortens, the period shortens. So it took, say, 500 years to invent the first computer, and then for a more modern computer, an advanced computer to emerge, it took 20 years. And these are not exact figures. They're there just for an example, to paint the picture. And now, as you know, computer machines can really process lots of data. So this technical singularity just goes to show we can't be sure what we're going to do and how we're going to secure our livelihoods in 5 or 10 years, because new products are emerging and destroying the old markets, because there are folks who took their camera films to print out their photographs. I don't know whether you have that business in your country. So basically you use your Polaroid to take a picture. Then you took the film to the store, to the saloon, and then you could enjoy your pictures. However, with Instagram available and the like available, photo cameras are starting to go the way of the dodo, and photo printing is also becoming obsolete because of all these options available. And now imagine an entrepreneur who had 5 or 6 saloons like this, and he was raking in money back in the time, pretty good money it was. And then all of a sudden, he must have thought it was ill fate that people started taking their films to his saloon. But the world is always changing, and there is always progress, and it doesn't depend on you. You can't freeze progress. I mean, you're making money, and of course, you want this to last for the rest of your life. But there are no guarantees. It is not possible to have guarantees like that. And this is why we have become one of the leading champions in terms of revenues when the pandemic hit. Because, like all those folks, all those haters who opposed us because we were kind of working on those high-risk markets, and they invested in real estate and banks. But the pandemic showed there were no guarantees again. And the only chance to make money is to take advantage and be happy about this uncertainty that came along with the pandemic. Usually it scares and intimidates people, but they have to reprogram your mind to be glad, to be exultant over this uncertainty. And the second principle is uncertainty as the norm. And if you connect yourself with this thought, you will see the world and all the opportunities in it. If you kind of detach yourselves from guarantees, and I'm not talking about Finiko only now, I'm talking about living. And uncertainty carries a flow of information to which you're open, and your brain, of course, is narrower than the flow of information passing through you. Mind that. And your job is to snatch some bits and pieces along the way and to come up with this beam of consciousness in that reality that will bring you money. Don't be ensnared, trapped by one and the same model or pattern of making money. And it brings you great joy if you get there, trust me. Always looking for those opportunities. And the third principle, you have to basically follow the wind, or set your sails to the wind. We have that proverb, and I hope it has been translated well, but we have this proverb. What it means is you have to basically always be concentrated, looking for opportunities. When you see an opportunity, don't miss out on it. Grab it. It's like basically, and in Russian it sounds like keep your nose up to feel the wind. This is what it sounds like, and this is what hunters, when they were hunting, did. And where the wind blew, they followed to find some fowl or prey. Because if you do that, you will see the changes in the market. You have to basically follow the wind of change. So based on those principles, I set out on my quest. I knew there were no guarantees, but I really wanted to make all that money. And then I met Marat. And before that, I had heard about the Bitcoin because it was a popular name, lots of hype, lots of different opinions on it, and some didn't like it, some liked it, and in this cryptocurrency, I saw it as a great global scam, and I could not understand it until I realized it. Then I took a moment. And I realized that I did not understand it because I had not really wanted to wrap my head around it because I had been ensnared in my old money-making patterns as I started as I let it sink in on me. I realized it offered a whole new world. But it's easier to say, oh, it's insane stuff and I don't want to work with it. And then Marat showed me that the Bitcoin can bring you money always. He said, I buy it in bulk and I sell it at a retail price. So you buy, say, Bitcoin for $100 and you sell it for $110 and you make 10% per day. And it seemed like a whole scam to me. 10% per day seemed like a whole scam to me. It went way, way, way beyond my understanding because traditional businesses bring you 25 to 28% per annum on your capital, and this is pretty good. You're lucky if you have that business. And then I saw that on my account, I first in the morning had $100, and then by the evening I had $110. It sent me back to square one, and I became this clean slate. Like a kid, I started immersing, throwing myself into those new things, into all that learning, and I was grateful. I was there, and I was drawing new knowledge on this new clean slate, etching it on it, and there it's easy to increase or boost your capital, and then you basically distribute this 10% per day over a bigger amount of money. And then I started thinking as a man who knew that there were no guarantees, and we had that uncertainty all around us. How can I insure against loss? I thought. How can I insure against loss? Say I invest $1,000 in one instrument, and I get a 50 to 50% chance of making money. So 50% is that I lose that money, and the other 50% is that I win and make more money. So how do I work my way around it? How do I avoid that potential loss? Mathematically, the only possible way is to add another instrument into the equation. So I asked around and wondering if anyone else could do that. Maybe it wasn't only the Bitcoin that offered that great money-making opportunity. Maybe there was something else. And they said, okay, you got Forex. Okay, then let's divvy up our $1,000. 500 goes to Forex, and 500 goes to the Bitcoin. And now it seemed like a safer and more robust pattern. And this is when we came up with this algorithm where I asked for no guarantees from the Bitcoin or from Forex. It was me I asked for those guarantees from. So I started driving up the number of instruments. The Chicago Stock Exchange then came in with different futures and all instruments. And now the basic product of that our company offers, which is the leading product that we offer, and you know it as CTI1, Index CTI1. We're also planning to roll out a new index, CTI2. Marat will tell you about this, and basically it's a combination of different instruments, and Edward will paint a better picture of that. So it's a combination of different instruments, 80, or it can be 100. So this conventional $1,000 is divided into those 80 bits of $10 to $15 each, working to make 3 to 4% per day. Each working to make 3% or 4%. And so, at the end of the day, even if some of the instruments don't work or break even or even generate a loss of 1.5%, in the grand scheme of things, anyways, the average amount I'm going to make is 2.5 or 3%. But if I just use one instrument, I could make 10%, 15%, and we have those instruments. But it can happen on one day, and it may not happen on the next. So I wanted to part with that volatility, and for that to happen, I had to drive up the number of instruments. It's like this string with multiple beads, each bead giving you new ways of making money. So on average, you can make 2.5 to 3% per day. And then we decided to scale up. We do not call on anyone to join us because we like high risk investments. Psychologically, it's my thing. It's our thing. It's our psychological thing, if you will. And I know, folks, you can invest in your apartments, but to me, it's psychologically hard to invest $100,000 into real estate and then rent it out at $500 per month and wait for 10 years, 15 years for it to pay off. It's easier for me to invest in 80 instruments or 80 startups, and even if one of them takes off like a rocket, it will cover all the potential losses or break even. So this model is something we're pleased with psychologically and financially, of course, and our only job is to increase the number of instruments. And now Edward Sabirov, well, in 20 to 30 minutes, Edward will join me and tell you about this. So we tried to increase the number of instruments and made mathematically the system more stable. It added stability to the system, which inspires us a lot. So we, of course, people started lining up. People wanted us to work with their money, and then we realized we could really scale up and go big. This is when we've offered our first simple proposal. If you take a look at our products, you can see they're very simple, not sophisticated, which are basically these simple terms of friendship. So if you're a holder of an index, and the index is like a combination of all of our high-risk instruments, and if we make some money, then you get to keep 1/3 of it, because you're an index holder. So you want to make your $1,000 work real well. We can help you with that. So if we make 30% per month, so it's 0.8 to 1.8 per day from $1,000. You make 3%, which runs up to $30. So $10 is kept by the index holder. The other 30% of the money made goes to the trader who generated that profit or result. And 30% is kept by the company as the organizer, as the behind this system of interaction between index holders and those people who can work miracles with these indexes the way we see it, and miracles are things that just are way beyond our comprehension. So when I realized that everyone could make 3 to 4 to 5% per day with one instrument, and if you divide it up, divvy it up like that, you can still ensure some profit. So we can make a deal. If you love our model of making money, you can generate more money like this. You can bring more money into your life by joining with us. If you have some goals to take that risk for, well, join the club. But it's a high risk, highly volatile market. No guarantees, however, is our main rule, because we can still make losses. But we're not mad about those losses because they teach us. But because We work on markets and stock exchanges, and Edward Sabirov will introduce you to them better. So based on this CTI index product, we created a number of new products as we worked and developed our thinking. And no matter if you call no matter what you call investments, if you call them investments or some other thing, and people who use that term, and people who invest, the majority of them who have basically gotten somewhere in their life. But most people don't really work with investments. People really want to get some passive income. Most people want to get some passive income, but they don't know how to get there because investing is a big, major skill. It's a set of your life experiences that will teach you something through trial and error. And before you get to investments as a way to make money and have yourself set financially, you may lose a lot of things along the way. So we don't want to offer some trainings or courses or workshops, but we gave people products that help them resolve their financial issues. So because any person, no matter where they are, they still have some financial issues to deal with, which sometimes that they are taken care of on a regular basis, or maybe that have been piling up for some time. Once they solve one, they get or think of another issue. ZFZ35 is another product we decided to offer, and we came up with this term just randomly because it had to have a name. So we have this group of products, ZFZ35. What is it? You can invest 35%, deposit 35%, and solve any of your financial issues. You can, whether it be an apartment you want to buy or a car you want to buy, if you want to fix up your apartment or like buy something for your kids. Even when you are looking to take a trip, you are looking to save money when you're thinking about buying some groceries or some meals. You basically have that set amount of money that you have set aside for that. So money is always there affecting your choices in life. And even like if you want to demonstrate your love for your kinfolks, your children, it's not always through embraces and hugs that we do that. It's through the things that we give them also. So we decided to translate this language of indexes to the language of tasks or issues. So we have this product, pay back your debt for 35%. Zig, can you join our products in any region? Yes. So imagine you have a loan. It's $10,000. You took out a loan to the tune of $10,000. It's just a random number. So, okay, you have it. And you have to pay monthly installments. So our ideal model is that, say, there is any mortgage loan or some financial loan, some bank loan, car loan. What if people could pay them back within 10 months? So we came up with this model where we have this invest box on Finiko.com where you can pay 35% or 36% if you include the commissions, the fees. You can pay back your $10,000, so you deposit $3,600 within 9 to 10 months. And this was our major product. It was a hit where people who have been who have had financial problems for quite a while, it happens. And so it helps you pay back your loans a lot earlier. And people are smiling more because we have seen people smile more because of that. It inspired us, and we decided to see what next step we could take. People want cars, good apartments. So we offered products. Buy your apartment for 35% or buy your car for 35%. So these letters, so they all have to do with the Russian language because we needed random letters that we needed to put down on paper. And The next product we offer after the loan product is buy your apartment for 35%. Here's how it works. Say, okay, we got there. And the other product, you can buy anything for a set amount. Say you want to buy something for $100,000, which is a lot of money. So you can buy your thing, whether it be a car or an apartment, for $35,000. And also, we include this $100 fee or commission or charge, and this amount is enough, completely enough for you to have $100,000 to buy your car in 4 months. Sounds like magic, doesn't it? But Edward will tell you and show you how money is generated within the system, and you will know it's no magic, it's hard work. And then you get to own it in 4 months. No standing around in line. I'm not sure if you have those cooperatives, consumption cooperative in your countries. It's like this legal form of incorporation where people can chip in to buy things. So no standing around in line. You sign a contract with our company on the website, on our website, and then you get your money to buy this product. No encumbrance, no bank encumbrance, no standing around in line. You get to own it right away, whether it be your car or some other thing. You just have to provide us the papers showing that you have actually purchased the car or the thing, the other thing. So you have to attach the papers verifying that your car has been bought by you, because it's very important to us to see that this money turns into some resource for you. So it can be a plot of land, a house, or an apartment. Also, something ready, something built. And without having to pay $100,000, you pay $36,000. Sorry, I kind of made a mistake there. It's not $35,000, it's $36,000 because of the commissions. Okay, there are major purchases, but it takes time for people to get there. So we decided to come up with people who wanted to buy something expensive, but not a car, aside from a car or an apartment, or maybe they have some regular expenses that they make. And this led us to these two products. One is called Finiko Live, and one is called Finiko Product. Though it represents two groups of products that help you finance your current financial needs with minimum expenses. So Finiko Life is a product which helps you cover your regular expenses. Say you have to pay your rent on a monthly basis, or you have to pay for your children's club courses or some sections, sports clubs, so they have to attend, your children have to attend, or you have some other regular expenses related to your hobbies or something else, and you know that it is regular. It can be once a week, or once a month, or once a quarter, once in 3 months, or once in 6 months, or once a year. So you have this kind of periodicity, frequency, and then you open the Finiko Life Invest box, and the system will ask you, do you know the monthly payment you want to get? Yes, so you multiply it by 12, and this you can multiply by 12 to see how much you will make within a year, and then the system will calculate the amount you have to invest or to deposit. Then you specify the frequency, whether it's once a month or once in 2 weeks to pay your rent. Then the system, you press enter, you see the final amount, you take care of it, and you get this amount every month to pay for your expenses. You know how this model came to be? Because we wanted to come up with the cryptocurrency insurance products, and we were looking to create this product which would do this, because, well, there are people who are sick or who are very ill, and nobody insures them. And I wanted to create a product that would insure those medically, those ill people, because diseases come all of a sudden. This really strike you, and then we were focusing this product on cancer patients, but not only that. And then we decided to extrapolate it onto other things. So it's not only illnesses that can help you fight, but other purchases can help you make other purchases. For example, when you have Finiko Life, you know you want to buy a thing with a price tag of $1,000. So maybe a kid has been saving up for something, and they really want to buy this thing, and you want them to be patient. So you say you can buy a thing for 30%, but you will have to wait around for 7 months. You can wait for 5 months and buy it for 40% of the final price, or you can buy it for at 50% of the final price, waiting around for 4 months. So if you open an invest box for $1,000 and you invest $300, and in 7 months you will get $1,000. You know that you're going to take this trip to some great place in 7 months. You know that it costs about $1,000. It's just an example, but you don't want to spend more than $300. Here's how you take care of it. Back in the day, I remember I was saving up for these new kickers, and it took me a long time. And this product would have helped me save a lot of money. Or also, you can deposit for $100 and get it in 5 months, or wait for 4 months, having invested $500. So Finiko Life works like this. It can help you buy those things that you seem expensive to you, but you will have to wait around for a little while. So, also, the other thing they thought, what if we help people save money on any purchase that they make? This is when we thought of the cashback service, which gives you cash back, actual cash back for the purchases. Sounds like a miracle, but it really works. We called it cashback service because this is what it is. CBS One is the other abbreviated name, Cashback Service One, the one and only. So we decided to go ahead with this ambition. Here's how it works. You may be shopping around in any part of the world, in any store. It's not like the system that's focused on one community only. You can buy anything anywhere, and then you get back 15 to 25% back. Here's how it works. You buy something, and then they give you a receipt. It may be a digital receipt within your mobile banking app, or some actual physical receipt that they give you at the cashier desk. Then you scan it by our app, and you get your cash back. And you get 15 to 25% back in cold hard cash, which you can also use to spend on the things that you want to buy. Very simple. See, all of our presentations are very simple because we really want to break it down to people why it's real, and we spend most of the time breaking it down. The presentation is very short. So these are the products that we have, that we offer, and now my partners will join me. They are also the co-founders of this company to paint the picture about the products. Also, I will answer your questions in the Q&A section. And now, Edward Sabirov, a friend of mine. He has been surprising me with his out-of-the-box thinking and his clairvoyance for the markets that generate money. He's been surprising me for 2.5 years. He's a real go-getter. Hey everyone, my name is Edward Sabirov. I've been a trader for 12 years, trading across various stock exchanges, the Moscow Exchange, the Chicago Exchange, the Forex, and different crypto stock exchanges. We have different brokers. On all of our official web sources on YouTube, on Wiki, on Facebook, on Instagram, you have a list of the brokering companies that we cooperate with. I will tell you how we distribute our money. It is spread across the Chicago Stock Exchange, the Moscow Stock Exchange, Forex, and the Crypto Stock Exchange. And we have various instruments, and now we have about 150 of those. It's only futures contracts or currency pairs that we use in our transactions. We are drawn to really highly volatile and high-risk instruments in order to secure a good percent of income per day. And then, once the day is over, we go about doing our things. Some play soccer, some do other things. Now, I will tell you a little bit about how I came to have the rules that I have and how I came to minimize my risks. First, we divide our deposit into three parts: 30% intraday, 30% position transactions, and 40% is the amount, the balance that we always keep. So if markets crash, anyways, that 40% of the balance remaining will help you win back what you have lost. Also, I just kind of realized that I needed to have this 2 stops per day rule, because I started analyzing my transactions, and I realized that if you make too many stop losses, you lose some money that you could have made. So now I have this rule, and now I have only 2 stops per day. If I get into a transaction, you get a stop, you take a breath, you take some air, you go back to your PC, look at the graph. If you get another top, you close for the day. Well, we also kind of, some of our traders, and we have a team of traders, that bear the burden of our risk. And much like me, they want to get their percentage of profits, but not everyone can leave a transaction after 2 stops. Some of them can have some of their money basically in the black for a while, but if it's lower than 1.5% of the loss, it's their money that they lose. Because once a trader makes some amount per month, they get to keep 75% of their part, of their portion, but I get to keep 25% that they get next month, so that if they lose more than 1.5%, they start risking their own money. So now we also have 150 instruments, and last time it used to be 80 instruments. And another rule is that I'm always counting for guys who are crazy about trading, who will be great traders and who will help us run our brokering house that we've been getting a license for quite a while. It's a complicated process. Regulators love checking things for a long time, but I believe that in January we will have this license on our hands. Now, I've got 135 traders on our team working and trying to make money and also make some money for themselves. We have them across the country, even across the world. Some of them come from Kazan, the city that I also come from. And now I will show you a report that I only show you in the head of my Instagram, because weekly I publish a report for the previous week for our 2 publicly available accounts. One was open on Forex to the tune of $1 million. And last week, you can see we made $129,000, which is 13%. We have that in another account on Interactive Brokers. We started out with $10 million. And now there is $31 million last week. Over the period of last week, it made about 13%, $1 million to $200-something million. If you want to take a look at those statements, and everything's publicly available there, nothing is hidden. If you have the hang of trading, you can go to my Instagram account and find it in the top part, in the top section. Download those statements and see for yourselves that they are true. Okay, I'm done with my presentation, and now we have some music. Now, oh, no music. Okay, now we are going to share some information about tokens. Because Marat, he loves talking about things. He talks about lots of things and about no things. Anyway, some backstory here. Since our company has been around for quite a while, you know, we have quite a few products, and we have these products, CTI 1 and CTI 2. So the CTI product is a product. And our partners who use that system rely on it, and we bear all the risks. But for your business to develop, or for our business to develop, we need to have partners who are focused on trading and personal financial development. So all across the globe. So we came up with this model which combined our skill of trading with some incomes you can make on the cryptocurrency, in the cryptocurrencies which can give you very high profits. See what it looks like. CTI2 is about this. Some of the bonuses will be paid in cypherons. This is our internal measurement unit. And also we have this FNK, which spells out as Finiko. Now Marat will tell you about this.
Hi everyone, my name is MaratSabirov. What Kirill told you about, I would like to talk about numbers and digits and about mechanics, about FNK and how the token, the way it's working and its value. The value is going to increase and why it's going to increase. Kirill mentioned it correctly. CTI2 in its standard settings, what is going to be paid off? If we are talking about interest, 10% of interest will be paid in cypherons, which will be equal to 1 USDT. FNK will be a volatile coin with 2% coming as a bonus. 2%, and the cost is going to equal the market value, market cost. How does it work? What FNK is? As of now, we have listed this coin on DeFi Uniswap market. The token itself is based on ERC20. The total amount is 100 million. As of now, the liquidity pool, we have placed 1 million. As of now, 1 FNK equals 1 USDT. Well, it was yesterday at least, and just before we have announced this coin, this FNK coin was bought for $11,000. But even though we didn't talk about it and didn't post it on Instagram, we just mentioned that we are reading up new product, but some of our partners were too fast to buy. and they did a great deal. So, okay, what else should I tell you? Okay, why is going to go up? It's going to be the indicator of our trading activities of our company. So, for example, a person buys index CTI 2 index for $100. $1,000, I'm sorry. Every day has 0.5% in CFRs and 2%. If we divide this, okay, can you help me out, Ed, here? Okay, 0.5% is in CFRs, but FNK, could you do the math here? Okay, 0.1% will be on with FNK. So that's why. So 0.1% is $10, 10 USDTs. How do you get one FNK equals 1 USDT? So it means that 10 FNK had to be bought from the market. So it means that FNK, as per the liquidity, decreases and the value goes up. Just before I went to this stage, I checked the coin cost, and since tomorrow it went up to by 2%. We are going to check it, monitor it every day. We are testing it out. On 15th of December, we will announce a white paper and roadmap on the site. We are trying to facilitate the mechanism so that the customer would not have to register. We are creating a wallet where you could exchange FNK to USDT, and backwards you could transfer FNK to your personal banking card. It's been tested out. Please wait for 3 days more or a week, and it's going to be ready for you to take. What's going to come next? What we are striving for. I'm personally working on one card to be issued where you could use FNK card in any grocery store, any store to pay your products. Next is a wallet where you could hold and the coin will increase and your asset rate will increase. You could also make 20–30% annually on top of your existing income. So this is what we're working on as of now. Well, I think I told you enough.
Well, like I told you, we just wanted to paint like the picture of what we do and how we do it. But I would like to stress that CTI 2 is the kind of index we all strive towards ultimately. And CTI 1 would be like this index for those professional investors ready to accept risks, who won't be investing their last penny, but who will be ready to invest $20,000 or more into our ability to make money. To the others, we offer those products that offer you basically a chance to step up your trading game and also make money off of the token that we are going to roll out. And also, the roadmap will give you this stage, will have this stage where you can buy a course to be taught or trained in the art of trading this coin. So those who are well versed or who know their way around cryptocurrencies, it's basically the first cryptocurrency who doesn't basically lose in liquidity, but it only grows because we're the ones buying it, because we're basically the source of financing. It's a win-win, we believe. We believe, but you be the one to judge. Now we have presented ourselves and of our products, and now if you have some questions, any questions, how are we going to go around those questions? Oh, we have a 2-minute pause, then we get back together, and then we will answer all of the questions that you may have. Okay, now we're going to have some questions and some answers, and the founders are going to tell you how things work in our company in your interest. To add to what we have already presented, so Zygmunt will be reading the questions and we will be answering. When's Index 2, CTI 2 coming out? Where can we start investing on it? December the 10th, and this is the planned launch date. Are you going to delay the date where you will increase CTI 1? Is it still December the 15th? Well, December the 15th. Okay. No, first, both indexes will be available, and then we'll see how it works, and then we'll boost them according to the plan, and CTI 2 will be the main product. What is the latest news on CopyTrade? Well, it's a work in progress in January, I think. There's been a delay. The website is ready. It's there. But I've been getting lots of mail about people not being able to register. So we have just the shell of the website, but no stuff in it. Could you tell us more? No. I've taken a pause, and I won't tell you about it. When are you launching the Fin-to-Fin product? Well, December the 20th is the planned launch date. The first loans will be provided on that date. Okay, one of the things I didn't tell you about is P2P lending, where one physical person can loan money to another physical person. It's already working. We're testing it now, beta testing it now, and the first loans will be granted on December the 20th. Why not add more cryptocurrencies to withdraw money? Ripple, BTUSD, and Litecoin. Well, the thing is, the exchange market doesn't really work with these coins. If you want to get to get a payment in some Ripple, you need to buy it, and the market won't allow you to purchase it in large amounts. So it will complicate the whole process. And if, say, one of the market accounts or stock exchange accounts get blocked for a while, and they have the right to do so, we'll get millions of questions to our technical support. We will fail to meet some of our commitments also, so it's easier for me to keep working with those liquid coins that are very popular, and it's the Bitcoin. First, you could get your product payment in 3 months. Now it's 4 months. So why did you increase the period? Well, we started out with 3 months a long time ago because we need to understand, because we have set aside this 1 additional month for tax payments. FNK rate, where can you check it out? Can you buy it now? Yes, you can. But first, you have to have the knowledge or the skill of using Uniswaps, the Duffy markets, and also, but you can get, precise information from a video, or in the format of a video will be ready in about 2 days, by December the 10th. So, but the purchase system will be simplified a lot. That will help you buy those coins and exchange it for USDT. So we are simplifying things for depositing. And now you can find FNK on Uniswap and buy it. Those who have the skill, they do it. Is there monitoring of accounts with myfxbook? No, we have removed that option. The reason is it led to many problems. The other thing is, I got this message, and so some guy there named their account as Finiko, named it Finiko, and it was a fake, and it was a complete loss. Some guy did it. So it's easier to rely on official sources like those brokering statements, which I post. Okay, that's it for questions from the Russian-speaking part. Is CTI counted into our team volume? $0.1% of $1,000 equals $1, correct? I need to count it. It was just this some mathematical question. Well, I don't really get where it comes from. So basically, the profitability of the token, yes, if we look at the annual profitability and not the daily one, like the one I showed on the flip chart, the monthly one is about 10% of income in cipherons and 2% in the form of FNK of the amount of the deposit, and also you get some profits from the FNK. So look at this. Say today is the first day of a month, and then this is index 2 kicks in, and so you withdraw $10 in cipherons, and you get $2 in as the FNK coin, and these $2 can be transformed into $10 or $15 because of the exchange rate growing, because it's been about x20 of exponential growth in the past 5 days. So it was a plus 2% for yesterday, and it was a test. It was a beta test that we were running yesterday because it's in the initial state. So it's 2% according to my math. So the people who do that, who are doing it now, they know what the exchange rate is, and this is how FNK will work. So you get effective profitability from trading, and then you get volatility profits from the user gets to keep it. 1. Is CTI2 counted into our team volume? FNK token will be listed on CoinMarketCap. Yes. It will be listed there, the token will be listed there, and now we're preparing the right documentation to basically get it on easier scan. We will provide the roadmap, the website, the logo, of course, and then CoinMarketCap will give you all the right information about the FNK token. Next question: what is the prediction about the daily and monthly income of CTI2? Much like I said, it's about 10%. In cipherons, it's about 12%. Overall, 10% of it's a fixed figure, and then 2% that can be basically become something more. And also, can you change? So here, this is how it's going to work. At some point in time, you may realize in FNK it's easier to get money, it's more profitable to get money than in cipherons, because cipherons are fixed. And then you get to understand how this token works. And you will see the percentage ratio, and you'll be able to boost your incomes in FNK. Maybe some of the money, or half of the money that you get to your deposit, you'll get in FNK, and you will get more, twice more than in cipherons. So maybe you're an archaic investor, but still you can get some coins in FNK and transform it or convert it to Bitcoins, so you'll be able to fix your profitability. Next question. CopyTrade will start working? We have had this question. Okay. Next question. How long do you exist? Well, we started our experiments in early 2018, and from May 18, we have had a huge growth along the network or MLM model. So our company has been around for about 2 years, a little bit less than 2 years. Next question. When will CTI index be with 20K minimum? Will it be delayed or will it be the 20th of December? We have answered that. We said it will be on the 15th of December. So our job is to launch both products on the 10th of December. And when we understand that this product is something that's clear, it's popular, it doesn't come with any error, we'll increase it by 20K minimum. Next question. So no. CTI 2 will start with 1,000, and we will be able to learn to do new things using this product. Next question. The affiliate program network, is it completely owned by Kirill Doronin, or?
Аффилированная программа, сеть полностью принадлежит мистеру Доронину.
I didn't get the affiliate program. All the companies that are owned by the Finiko program in different proportions are owned by the owners of the company. Well, the brand Finiko, like the brand, the trade name, is owned by me. And the offices, if you want to know, are owned by you? The offices that you have, are they owned by you or what? No, they're owned by the partners who want to develop our project. The structure of our company is like this. It's really based on the maximum initiative of our partners. We have no grand plans of going to some regions with some KPIs for the number of partners, new partners, and the turnover. First, you have to understand why you need Finiko, and then you have to build your goals using Finiko, so we have no limitations. So if you want to have an office, set up an office in your region, you can find in our portal, show yourself, or set up a presence on our website, and an office gives you a chance to teach other people to basically use our website. Next question. But we don't owe it. We don't own them. We don't own them. Next question, can we have written transparency about the owners, partners, etc.? You can find all this information on our website. You can go to the section, and you can find all the documents there attached. FN token already exists as fund key part at Etherscan, but that's not Finiko, I assume. Where is FNK going to be posted? Now it's on Uniswap. And then we will see. We believe that some of the stock exchanges will show some initiative and want to offer us to put FNK on their stock exchanges. But Uniswap is the basic step, and then we will see. But See, you can't pay for artificial demand. So our job is to heat up some interest on the part of stock exchanges so that they will ask us to allow them to list our FNK. And we're ready to wait, but it will generate the right demand for our coin. Any information on the loan program, lending program? Yes. The first loans will be granted through this platform on the 20th of December. CTI2, is it integrated in the system already? CTI2 starts or will be launched on the 10th of December. Yes, it's integrated. It's integrated. It's compatible with FNK2. It's being tested. It will be tested for about 2 days. The system is integrated. Now it's being tested, but it will be openly available starting on the 10th of December. Now the price is 1.05.
So those who bought yesterday increased, got 5% today already. Those who understand that, they know what is talking at the beginning. We are the creators of the token, and we have the same policy as we have in Finiko. This allows us to understand and to believe that we will get in top 10. This is our ambition. We cannot guarantee that, but we are aiming at that. We like it here, really much, answering your questions. The income is accumulated to CTI income is accumulated on your account, and you decide what to do with that, whether to invest it or to withdraw it. So this is your decision only. The income from CTI can be taken in USDT. You get it in Cy francs, and you withdraw in the format you like. If you withdraw Cy francs, it's only in bitcoins. If you withdraw FNK, you could withdraw it on other platforms where you could exchange into USDT into Ether, or to be sent to your banking account, and then it gets transferred into USDT, and then it converted in ruble. And then you put FNK on any account. As of now, it is the case with euro, dollars, and rubles. What are the plans for CTI? Whether it will stop functioning or whether the two will be functioning at the same time. The two will be functioning simultaneously. If we don't come up with something more efficient, as of now, we are planning the following. Index 1 will exist as long as it is bought by people. If it is popular, people buy it, and our partners support us. CTI do basically is the instrument, a tool to increase your perception, to widen your perception. Question from Italian person: whether the profit is guaranteed. No, we have no right to guarantee, but we are striving, we're aiming at minimum income of 10% with CTI 1 and 0.1, I'm sorry, per daily. This is the interest the interest of income we are striving at, because it's impossible to guarantee the income, because everything produced on highly volatile markets. We do everything possible to guarantee, to make it possible, but it's a very volatile market, so no guarantees. What are the reasons for you or for us to lose all of our money, to lose our deposits? Well, for that to happen, you have to make constant mistakes to lose it all completely. Or if traders make daily mistakes, everyday mistakes, only mistakes, but we do everything possible to avoid those mistakes. Or if you turn off the internet, of course. We're not talking about force major events, but we're talking about things we can influence. So it means that if we don't monitor our tools or instruments, if our traders make mistakes, if they do them regularly, you will lose your deposit. We will lose our deposits. No, this is not the goal and the sole purpose of our company, so we don't want to do that. The next question: how can we watch online Finiko operations online? Is it possible to watch it online? Online, no, it's impossible. You can watch reports, look through reports. In online, you could watch some online battles of traders. First of all, you can see what happened during the last week, as per the statements. You have a report. People who understand those reports, they understand how they are done, how the income is generated. If you want to look at how we did that, we have also battle traders, where any person claiming he's better than us, we tell him, okay, come to us, let's battle, let's fight. So we take our trader and this guy who claims to be the best. So these are really boring things to watch. People could join in online and be able to watch them play, them fight online. Then we wanted to host tournaments. Like, people were basically fighting who would gain more money during 1 month. So that's why we decided to put a stop to this event. because that's no drive there. It's very boring. People who understand trading, they don't need to monitor those traders battle online, because people who understand the procedure, the mechanism, they can read statements. Next question, whether you have to have a Russian account or Turkish account. Do you mean account, right? If you are talking about Finiko, it's a separate platform where you register, where you get your personal account. It's not a broker account. It's your personal account. It's not like a typical account, like a crypto account. And there will be a wallet, crypto wallets, where you would be able to withdraw FNKs. What is stars? Why they are important? Stars are basically career tools. Company tells you, if you like the product that you make, if you know you are efficient, if you see your results, you can create a business on top of it. The business is, what is MLM business? Is a recommendation system. Basically, you tell someone that you liked it, and person starts doing the same. So these levels, the stars are levels. First star meaning you are a good sales manager. Second star is you're a good expert of sales managers. So and so on and so forth until star 10. And of course, with each star, the income rate increases. So it also depends on the people who are in the product turnover. When we will get a more detailed training of what? What do you mean? Well, maybe they mean general training of what we have. We have a rule that in terms of products, everything is simple. Cars, apartments, houses, cashback, everything is clear. You don't need a training for that. You just basically need to get knowledge yourself. Like this conference, for example, it's a training. So you listen to that training and you decide whether you want to share this information with someone else. The mechanisms for Saffron purchasing is clear, understandable. The only requirement to you is to understand what is Bitcoin and to be able to understand those safety skills, safety rules. You need to have all of those skills. And then we don't deliver special trainings because we think that it is kind of weird not to know that. If you want to know something, if it is interesting to you, you will know that. I deliver trainings to people who like my hobbies, like people who like put goals before themselves, how to sharpen up speech skills, for examples. Marat delivers training, free of charge trainings. He has a free of charge school for people willing to get to know trading. If something is interesting to you, if something that you want to know, you just go and learn it. That's it. Thank you very much for your questions. After that, we usually say thank you very much for your questions. These questions are, quite honestly, are different. I hope the pandemic will be over soon and we will gather offline. We have a famous proverb: do whatever you want, but you need to have money. Thank you very much.